Wyoming has a secret weapon that keeps this state running. And no, it's not the wide open spaces or the cowboy spirit, it's oil. But how much do you really know about the industry that pumps life into our economy? Stick with me because today I'm breaking down 20 key truths about Wyoming's oil industry that will give you the inside scoop, whether you're local, a newcomer, or just curious about what makes this state tick. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Alisha Collins with the Alisha Collins Real Estate Team, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. My team and I are all about helping you navigate life in the incredible state of Wyoming. Whether you're finding your dream home, exploring the best outdoor spots, or digging into what makes Wyoming, well, Wyoming. And today we're diving deep into something that has been a cornerstone of this place for decades, the oil industry. It's a big deal here, and knowing how it works can give you a whole new appreciation for where we live. All right, let's jump right in. Wyoming's oil industry is a powerhouse, and these truths paint the full picture, ups, downs, and all. First, oil and gas production isn't just a side gig here. It's a major player in Wyoming's economy. We're talking jobs, tax revenue, and cash that funds everything from roads to schools. It's the heartbeat of how this state keeps humming. And without it, you'd see a lot less pavement and a lot fewer teachers in our classrooms. Speaking of taxes, Wyoming slaps a severance tax on every barrel of oil pulled out of the ground. That money, it's a lifeline for our state infrastructure, local governments, and keeping our schools running strong. Last year alone, it brought in millions. Proof it's not just pocket change. But here's the catch. The industry's a roller coaster. When oil prices soar, it's boom time. Jobs everywhere and money is flowing. Drill, baby, drill has never rung truer than it does in Wyoming. When prices tank, bust. Layoffs hit and things get quiet. It's a cycle Wyoming knows all too well. So folks around here have learned to save up during the good times and weather the lean ones. I'm sure you're wondering where all this oil is coming from. It's coming from places like the Powder River Basin, Green River Basin, and the Bighorn Basin. These are heavy hitters churning out crude oil and keeping Wyoming on the map as an oil state. Each one's got its own quirks. Some are deep, some are sprawling, but they're all vital. A lot of drilling happens on federal land. Think wide open BLM territory. The Bureau of Land Management, or BLM, keeps a close eye on it, making sure rules are followed while the rigs keep spinning. It's a partnership that's been going on for decades, balancing nature and industry. I'm sure you've heard of fracking, which is short for hydraulic fracturing, and it's huge here. This technique cracks open tight rock formations to squeeze out oil that otherwise stay locked away. It's controversial, but it's also a game changer for production. Without it, a lot of Wyoming reserves would just sit there, untapped. And don't worry, Wyoming is not just a free-for-all. We've got strict environmental rules in place to balance pumping oil with protecting this gorgeous land we call home. It's a tightrope act, but it's working. Companies have to jump through hoops to prove that they're not trashing our rivers, land, or even wildlife. The oil industry takes an army to keep it pumping, and it really steps up when it comes to delivering jobs. Thousands of folks, welders, electricians, engineers, truck drivers, and so many more earn solid paychecks thanks to oil. But when the bust hits, the layoff can ripple through towns fast. It's not uncommon to see a boomtown go quiet overnight when the market dips. Here's a reality check. Wyoming's still a big oil player, but we're not at our peak anymore. Aging wells and market shifts mean production's dipped from the glory days, but we're still holding strong. It's a testament to how resilient this industry and this state really is. But it's not all doom and gloom. Tech, like horizontal drilling and enhanced oil recovery, EOR for short, is breathing new life into old fields. It's like giving them a second wind. These innovations mean we're squeezing more out of wells that folks thought were done decades ago. If you're wondering how all that oil gets out of here, the answer is pipelines. Wyoming's crisscrossed with them, shipping crude oil to refineries across the country. It's the unsung hero of the whole operation. Without those steel veins, all of that oil would just sit in the tanks, going absolutely nowhere. Funny thing though, we don't refine much of it ourselves. Sure, we've got a refinery right here in Casper, and there are a few refineries around the state. For example, the Sinclair Oil Refinery in Rawlins and the Frontier Refinery in Cheyenne. But most of our crude oil heads out of the state to become gas or diesel. It's a reminder that Wyoming's more of a raw materials hub than a finished product factory. Landowners in the state cash in too. Oil companies pay royalties for drilling rights, and that can mean big bucks, especially for folks with oil right under their ranch. And just a heads up, mineral rights don't automatically transfer with a property sale, but that's a juicy topic for a whole nother video. Some families have turned those royalty checks into generational wealth, and thanks to a lucky patch of dirt. Drilling's a different game depending on who owns the land. If you're looking at working on state and private plots, you'll have a much easier time getting permits. If you're working on federal land, the rules are much stricter, and there are longer waits. Companies often race to snag state leases just to skip all of the brutal red tape. And those rules and guidelines can shift at any moment. Federal energy policies or state tweaks can shake up an investment overnight. It keeps oil companies and us on our toes. One new law in DC can mean a project's green light or shelved in a heartbeat. Towns like Gillette and Casper feel this industry in their bones. When oil's hot, they thrive. When it's not, you can really feel the pinch. These places live and breathe crude oil. Drive through during a bust and you'll see empty storefronts. Then a boom hits, it's hustling and bustling again. Here's a cool twist. Wyoming's leading the charge on carbon capture and storage, also known as CCS. It's technology to trap emissions and cut the environmental hit from fossil fuels. Pretty forward thinking, right? We've got test sites popping up proving oil and green technology can actually coexist. When a well is done, companies have to clean up. Reclamation means restoring the land, planting grass, fixing the soil. It's required, but how well is it done? That's a mixed bag. Some sites look pristine and others, well, you can still spot the scars years later. Oil is not the only game in town anymore. Wind turbines and solar panels are popping up, challenging oil's dominance. It's a push-pull between old energy and new. Some say it's a threat, but others see it as a chance to diversify Wyoming's energy story. And last, but certainly not least, oil's got clout. It shapes Wyoming politics. Think taxes, land use, and environmental laws. This industry's voice carries weight in Cheyenne. Candidates know they've got to talk oil if they want to win over their voters. So there you have it. The oil industry's massive piece of Wyoming's puzzle. It's got challenges like price swings, regulations, and the rise of renewables, and it's still a driving force. Love it or hate it, it's woven into the fabric of the state. I would love to hear from you, yes you, the one watching right now. What grabbed your attention most about Wyoming's oil industry? Whether you're buying, selling, or just settling in, reach out. We've got the local know-how to guide you. My team and I love being your go-to resource for all things Wyoming. We have time for you. We love answering your questions. We love to talk with you. We love where we live, and we want you to love where you live too. If you found this video interesting, helpful, or entertaining, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any Wyoming content. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.